back, people. Unfortunately, you've got me at half strength, but I've got two really good guests to make up for that shit. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Something fucked up with my voice, and your boy is kind of blowing in the wind. You know what I mean? But we'll get through it. I'm sure by next week, this shit will chill out. I almost was going to cancel the episode, but there was a miscommunication last week, and there was no way I was going to miss out on a good fucking time with these two dudes. Just met them, to be honest with you. I don't have too big of a background on them, but from what I've seen, I like it a lot, and I'm hoping from here it just keeps getting better and better. I've been enamored with some of the choices they've made in terms of who they go after. We have a shared kinship when it comes to Jeff Cry. I can admire the fuck out of that, but they've also attacked some other people like Pirate Software, which, I mean, that kind of tickles a soft spot for me personally. And they do their own show, which is over on Rumble. They do it on YouTube as well. It is called The Gay and Racist Show. What a fucking name. If you're talking about branding and you want to make something different that people just can't really steal, that's it. Plus, you're getting it up front, out the gate, that this is what we do. If you don't like it, you can't cry and complain because you kind of signed up for it by hitting that play button. So without further ado, let me introduce to you my two guests, Handler and Minty. What's going on, boys? How we doing? Well, I mean, that's the way it should be. You know, I like soundboards, so if you want to play all the
no,
it's not a soundboard. Bro has original hardware.
Wait.
Pull over your gay.
Oh my god. This is amazing. He's got like a Star Trek blaster from the fucking 60s.
Jeff Cry, I'll make you my bitch, Jeff Cry.
Oh, we can go
right
into the Cry Lord if you want to. I'm okay
Cry.
with that. I haven't talked about him in so long, and Ben's even been getting back into it, so I feel like we can make another pass since I did get blocked by him in the recent history.
Big congratulations. That's a badge of honor. He hasn't blocked us yet.
Yeah.
He hasn't blocked you guys yet?
Jeff Dye blocked me. Yeah.
That is sad. I feel honored that he finally noticed me because I was getting that, like, you know when you feel left out, so you're a little disappointed, like, wait, am I not saying enough cringe shit for you to be like, fuck this guy? But it finally happened. I got my reward. I thought when I did the Jeff Dye raped me hat, that was gonna get him.
Yeah,
but,
the Jeff Dye raped me hat is so good.
That's a story that's getting passed around a little bit, and I like it that Jeff Dye raped somebody in a fucking Austin Comedy Club bathroom, and I'm allegedly, right? It's all alleged, but I love it. I like that.
We're very familiar with the alleged. My favorite, something I want to touch on that you said earlier is you were like, well, you know, it's called The Gay and Racist Show. They can't get mad at it. No, people still do, and it's great.
Yeah, but it's an invalid thing to do. I don't want to like even stop you from cooking, but what the fuck? How?
Okay, so there will be people who will, because the big thing with the show, the premise of the show, the first layer, it's like a cake, is lying. So you got to get past the lying first, and so many
Which
people
is hard for a lot of people.
So many people get stonewalled by that, and we've gotten comments where people will be like, you know, I clicked on this show expecting, you know, someone to read me the news about, you know, whoever the fuck we're covering. I can't believe that the Gay and Racist Show, you know, wasn't bringing the hard-hitting journalism that we've come to expect. Like,
it's sad to see.
Just autistic retards trying to read. Oh man, I thought it was gonna be very heartwarming, and instead you took away my only dignity. How dare you? And get the fuck over it, man. Grow up. It's just
supposed
content.
to be doing journalism or whatever.
I mean, you can, but if they're not aware of the satire, because think about it, in a way, you are reporting on the news. You're finding topics that interest you guys, and you're attacking it in a very comical way, which is why I stuck around that night and enjoyed the show quite a bit. You guys know what you're doing, and I applaud that, because, you know, some people think journalism might be a little swarmy. No, it's the journalist. It's not the actual art of finding something to talk about and then making it entertaining and shedding some light on shit, because, I mean, where would we be if people weren't still ringing the bell on fucking Epstein? You had a guy in Ben's chat last night saying he had Epstein derangement syndrome because he believed that Epstein and Trump were... You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't understand. You don't have to be a Trump fan. You don't have to have loved him and bought the Trump shoes, the gold shoes, to fucking be like, yeah, maybe there's some twisted shit going on that I need to maybe not have an opinion on until I look deeper. But yeah, you're right. There's still people who are ignorant as fuck and they can't see past the surface level of there's satire. There's going to be a level of shit where, like, it's bullshit. If you can't enjoy it, then it's not the bullshit for you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Kind of an advocate for gatekeeping in that sense. Like, you know, if you get filtered by the fact
the
that
name of the show,
the show, or like you have some preconceived notion, and like, yeah, it is kind of on you. Like, it's just not for you, bro. Like,
yeah, it's. I would say the only thing that really sets us apart from any of the other commentary channels is like, yeah, well, we do like pick topics that we're interested in to cover us. It's really just something pretty much every time we do any prep for the show, it's just, can we make this funny?
Yeah, you guys aren't going after the goy beams and then just regurgitating some talking point that another person has already gotten drip fed to him. You guys are actually finding some shit that's interesting enough and unique to a point where, you know, you're not trying to find out about some obscure fucking flower in Japan, but you are saying Jeff Cry's a pussy, and that's valuable to me. I think that that's important to be shared because he is a fucking pussy.
He needs to hear that. That's right.
Yeah, somebody, he should know it's not just like the guy who worked for Tim Dillon making fun of him alone in his house. Like, no, Jeff, everybody can kind of see that you're ridiculous, and it's fun to make fun of you. You're fun to laugh at.
Even that comment is very telling that you know who Ben is, but you don't want to give him any type of power because acknowledging his name Voldemort style, you're tiptoeing around it. You know what'll happen if you say, oh yeah, Ben Avery. You just don't want to be real with it, and then you think you're a comedian, but you're not really doing comedy. You're kind of doing
and his
this
show is
other
so
thing.
weird like that. Like he most of his show is like vaguely addressing detractors.
Yeah,
like he's like, oh well, the haters brought up that my hat's too low, so I gotta wear it at the very top of my head this time.
And it's always in the same tone. I don't know why more people aren't talking about that, but he doesn't have a lot of inflection in his tone. He just kind of, you know, talks the same way all the time. It's fucking annoying.
I think he
no gravitas.
He's got no gravitas. He can't command the room. He's gay. I think the biggest the big thing with Jeff, he's bald. The hair system is always in place, except when it's not, and you can tell when he didn't do it, and that's why the hat's that low. But
hey, it's got that Tim Pool shit going on.
He does, absolutely. But the thing with Jeff is just like, if you could try and let people in, you would be happier, and he just won't do it. And that's, I guess, why he's so interesting. Like, besides the fact that, he's just like a boring guy who clearly wanted to be like Seacrest or something. Like, he wanted to be Joel McHale, I think.
He wanted to be like a Gosling type. I know exactly what you're saying, dude. That's why he calls himself the Last Cowboy. It's that distant lighthouse shit where, oh, I'm gonna play like I'm not trying at all, so that people will be very impressed when they see that and say, imagine if he went 100%. Yeah, and that is so insane. Like such a delusional shield to project out there, where you can fool some of the people all the time, Jeff, and you can fool all the people some of the time, but you can't fool all of the people all of the time. And the cracks are starting to form in the dam. Everybody can see it.
He wants to be a cool lady.
It is kind of like an old lady aura farming kind of thing.
Yeah, he wants to be like a cool lady, When if he
Martha
had,
Stewart shit.
yeah, if he had, yeah, he wants to be Martha Stewart. If he had, if he would, and if he would talk to Ben, I think it would at least be interesting because he's in this weird middle ground. He lives in a constant purgatory of his own creation.
And it can't feel good getting numbers that people who have 1%
Yeah, he gets
of your
gay and
subscriber
racist
base
show
ignore.
numbers. He gets gay and racist.
It's
show
not something to be happy about. He can't feel good about it. And this is a moment where I'll even stop the jokes. Jeff, I'm sure that you are haunted by the way that you're trying to do something that doesn't reflect who you really are, and you're just afraid to be wrong. You're afraid to be like, oh, that's an interesting point. Thank you for sharing that, because anytime I hear him talking with people, he's very combative, very catty, like you said, like, very female, very feline in his approach to these conversations, where he's trying to use certain dialogue paths to outwit you, and life isn't an RPG, brother. It doesn't matter how much you spec into fucking luck or charisma or whatever, dude. Like,
the
you're
Jeff
not going
Dye
to...
Fallout playthrough.
Not for real. If somebody needs to make a
The
mod,
Jeff Dye build, dude.
it would be so just nothing but luck, and everything else is zeros. And
he's scrolling through dialogue options. Where's the one that I just get what I want because I'm cool and handsome?
Yeah,
where's that one?
You have to use the perk where you wear a hat all the time. You know how there's a perk where you have to wear a hat.
Hat too low. It
Jeff,
makes you blind, but your luck goes all the way. You max your luck out.
If you get shot in the head and the hat comes off, you have to restart the whole game. It's an Iron Man run.
Oh shit! It's like Nuzlocke mode. Yeah.
Jeff Dye plays Fallout, dude.
See, this is why I had you guys come on. It's so already cooking so fucking good.
You pulled out in the chat that I made a Shin Megami Tensei reference, and I was just like, yeah,
Devil Survivor, dude. People who don't know any of those games, what were they doing with their childhood? I mean,
they weren't
watching fucking Power Rangers over and over again. You had to be getting some Devil Survivor out there.
Yeah, why wasn't anybody else pretending to be an Asian besides us?
Oh yeah, dude, walking around fucking slaying. I go, oh Nihoma, Ottawa. I mean, come on, you have to make a little. I at least know some Japanese and Cantonese. I know enough to where like I can be stupid racist and make those people laugh.
My co-host actually took a little Mandarin in high school. Go ahead and do a little for him, dude.
Yeah.
Chomawa, Mama Bayao.
I have to remember. Hold on. It's
Oh, your ramen noodle.
This is a comedy.
I love that the band Balenciaga is so sporty.
Oh man, pretending to be Chinese or any kind of Asian is an element of the gay and racist show, because there will be times when it'll just be let's all just positively reflect on some bullshit that we saw 10 years ago together. It's the No More Heroes 3 shit, where after every boss fight there's a nice monologue between Suda and his boy talking about.
They just do a podcast.
Yeah, they do a podcast.
I love this.
They do a Takashi Miike movie review for no one.
Yes, and it's 3 hours long.
It feels like it's 3 hours long. Yeah, that's the best part of No More Heroes 3.
2 hours and 40 minutes of it is arguing about one point.
No,
that's what it should be.
If we just had like a little more runway to abuse an audience, that's our version of tanking the show. Is just we both sat down and rewatched Tokyo Gore Police, and now we're gonna talk about the scene where there's a guy in blackface and a Japanese guy dressed as a Chinese monk for like 30 seconds in that movie. We're gonna talk about how sick that was.
Do you guys know about the El Rey Network? Do you remember that shit?
Sure. That was Robert Rodriguez's TV station.
My brother. I'm so glad, because it was such an obscure thing to be out there, but anytime they had one of the fucking spaghetti Chinese, it didn't matter what it was.
Wire food, my brother shit,
yeah. Yeah, it was so good. That era to me is some of the best, and I feel like the AI slop that comes out, I just watched somebody put out like this in the 90s style, and it looks like something out of the fucking 1950s, and even the AI editors can't get, they think the 90s or the 50s, you know what I mean? They're gonna think the Camelot times were fucking Stone Age. I don't know. Sometimes you can't be happy with some of the shit that they push out because you remember how good that shit was and what era it comes from. It's like, don't be trying to... The 90s was Pokemon, dude. It wasn't fucking, like, box robots and big-ass boards with lights in it. That's a very different time, and, you know...
That's the best kind of robot, though.
It is.
The shitty 50s toy robot where the laser gun looks like a satellite disc. That's
the original Doctor Who, I always forget what the killbots are called. I don't know. I don't even want to look it up either. I hate looking shit up, but...
Look at stuff.
That's a real toy anymore, but like my son, okay, so like my little son watches like Baby Einsteins, and there's a part on there with like those little wind-up walking robots that just like waddle, and he thinks that's like the funniest shit in the world. Like,
I mean, it is pretty fucking funny, especially when they fall over and they start throwing a temper tantrum. The ones with the faces. Oh my god. Because they look like us. They look so angry when they fall over. They do like the cross-eyed face, and I'm like, I feel you, bro. But if I help you, you're not gonna learn. So you have to prepare when the AI uprise and take over your shell, marathon style. Like you gotta get up.
You raise your son like he's a 50s robot.
Yes.
Yeah. You gotta oil him up, dude.
Yeah.
Time to open up your chassis and make sure all the parts are still working.
Yeah, that's how we're gonna make him third Mike on the Gay and Racist show in 20 years, though.
Look, I'm not saving any money for his college, but he will be able to take on this channel when I die. So I think that's an inheritance.
Yeah, we're passing things down.
Yeah.
College is a big fucking scam. You're doing them a favor, guys. Let's be honest. Nobody wants to go into debt. And even if you have a scholarship, there's so many people with degrees that end up going a different path because they can't. They don't get to go into what they, procked into their whole life. Unfortunately, sometimes it doesn't work out that way. You can't expect it to either.
I remember going to college, and like I would call my boy every couple of months and be like, "Dude, this sucks." I think we had that.
I already had a job for years at that point, and he was just
the movies fucking lied, dude. It wasn't parties and pussy and drinking. Like that was once in a while, dude.
It was that, but it was also just like, oh man, this fucking sucks. Like college for me was like a 5-year summer camp, like rock and roll fantasy camp, gym membership. That was all I ever got out of it, and then I just went right back to like putting up drywall.
See, that's a tough reality, man.
No, it was cool. It was cool because my stupid ass already walked into college being like, yeah, all this is just gonna be gay, and then it was, and I was like, yeah, after this is done, I'll just go back to being white trash. Like I'll pretend with all of these people for 5 years, and then I'll go back to being white trash.
It's just kind of a place where you pretend you're smart.
Yeah. So much of college is lying.
Yeah.
I think that's why it's funny the AI coming full circle. There's kids that are trying to cheat with AI and stuff. Like there was something wrong with the old ways of cheating, so now they need to find an even easier way to cheat. And there's professors like, oh no, I have ChatGPT, Perplexity, and Grok, and I know the prompt responses for things. So you're failed because you used AI to try and cheat. That's insane. So now not only are you stupid, but you failed. Whereas our generation kind of got a pass on that shit. Because again, we knew how to cheat where it wasn't exactly, you couldn't get caught. Or when the internet came out, we put a little effort into rewording paragraphs. We didn't just rip shit. You know,
you copy the Wikipedia, and then you change it around a little bit. You put the sentence here, you take this part out.
You retard it up a little bit to make it sound like you. That's what you do. You can't be too good. You can't submit 9 months of like retard shit, and then you come in with a master thesis, and the guy's just supposed to believe it. Like, no, dude, you have to make it look a little believable to your. I'm not calling anybody dumb. But again,
Claude, write me an article about this topic, but make it kind of retarded.
Make it sound like I held a camera once for CKY.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dave Wright because he's been pushing Claude a lot. He was DMing me a week or two ago, like not like too heavily, but he was encouraging me like, you should get into Claude now, and if you need any like advice on what prompts to set up so you can get certain things going, let me know, because I don't really have a lot of time to keep pissing away. I got to start thinking about certain lines and avenues, and you know, I'm wise enough to read the room that I guess I'm not annoying to the point where people don't want to disassociate completely. I have a couple of people who fuck with me and keep me around, and so that motivates me enough to keep going.
We've alienated every single other person we know between the two of us.
I mean,
all
you
of
got
our
me. This is
mutual
the start
real
of
life
something good.
friends. Yeah, all of our mutual real life friends, they are long gone.
We don't have any. We knew
You
a
gotta
group of
shed your
dudes.
skin.
We knew a group of dudes who went and did a YouTube channel, and they were like doing okay with the numbers, but they all couldn't stop arguing with each other. And then
that's
their shit
beautiful.
tanked, and they got way more views than us.
Yeah.
That's
And dude, yeah, a couple weeks ago, I hit this man up and I was like, dude, you know this guy that we hung out with in high school? He's fat now, and like we just spent like 2 hours going through like his Facebook and looking at all his fat pics. It was great.
He's so fat now.
wow.
We've somehow like, because in life you have to lean hard on the left or right end of the bell curve, and we've just like stupidity and superstition has kept us both so safe from any of the pitfalls that befell the harder working, more successful people we knew. You just need to lay that fucking ball up and just maintain, and you'll be fine. Which is why,
I
yeah,
like the way you said that, man.
thank you. If you could, like, to go back to the college thing, yeah, you could try really hard and be super, super, super smart, or you could just like drunkenly stumble in to any situation like a retarded man, and then go like, yeah, okay, I hear what you're saying, but would you say that about George Floyd though?
Yeah.
Oh, and I'll have a moment of truth here that I don't think my intellect is fucking God tier, but I know I'm at least smart enough, and I cheated myself by thinking there was a nobility or a purity in doing things a certain way. But when you watch enough people not even respect that, it's if you've ever seen Samurai Champloo, there's a fucking quote from one of the earlier episodes. The guy who tells the story about the man who climbed the tallest mountain.
Yeah.
And nobody had ever climbed it or whatever, and when he went to tell the people he did it, they had no clue. They couldn't comprehend the magnitude of what he was saying. So what did he do? He went and tried to climb mountains that were said to be even higher, and eventually he stopped trying to prove anything to them, made the mountains his home, and became a demon. And there's no other, like, that's where the story ends, right before they fight, which is a great moment. But there was always some power to that story where, yeah, sometimes people go mad simply because those around them, it's not that they didn't recognize you, dude. It's that the way you went to get recognized wasn't something that resonated with anybody, or you didn't say, like, let's do an expedition to the mountain together, and you just wanted to climb a mountain and then be like, I climbed that mountain. Okay, great, dude. Now I'm gonna go back to living I'm gonna fuck my wife and pay my bills and do all my shit. But that's cool that you climbed that mountain, and sometimes people don't know what they want, or when they get that reward they think they're achieving, they're not satisfied with the end result. So kind of maintaining your expectations, and like you said, knowing when to go for the layup. There's something better to that, because you're going to preserve your sanity and not feel like you've blown your fucking load entirely too early, doing some shit chasing your tail where you've gotten nowhere quicker. And now look at all these other people who are in a better position, and they didn't do half the shit you did because they didn't have to.
Which brings us go ahead, dude.
I was just gonna say, I mean, well, there's two examples in mind. One is the guy we were talking about that got fat. Like, this guy was like
Aaron Harkonnen, right?
Yeah, he was really like a go-getter kind of guy. Like, he had a girlfriend, he had a car, like, in, early like high school years. He had all of his shit lined up. He had a good job, like connections, like a good family, all this shit. And like, why are we in? Both of us, these two fucking bozos that do the gay and racist show, are like pretty much at the same level as this guy, except now he's fat and bald.
He's fat. It's the strongest thing you can do is just radically accept your role. You radically accept your position.
Radically apply for a position in the Dune movie.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. That's
Try to get a part in the Whale 2 or
that's the
flashback sequence.
best thing you can do, dude, because otherwise you're gonna eat yourself alive. And he was like that even back in the day because he hated losing in video games.
Oh my god!
So
Can you tell
you'll
the
eat yourself
injustice
alive
story?
because he'd be too hungry and he wouldn't be able to get up anymore, so he'd just have himself to fucking.
Dude, tell very good. Tell him about when he would get pissed off in video games, dude.
Oh my god! I mean, which time? Like,
I'm
it
just seeing
was
this
all
guy
the time.
consuming himself like he's fucking yogurt, just.
Oh, dude, remember when he just motherfucker could tech roll in Melee? Just picking his ass up with Bowser.
Yo, all right, Indian. I don't know if you fuck with Melee at all, dude, but like,
Oh, look, I just because I seem like a little weird bitch boy doesn't mean I haven't thrown down on some of the Smash Bros, especially the N64 and GameCube days. Yes,
okay,
sir.
very good.
And then you know where we're
You
at.
know
Yes,
that
sir.
Bowser sucks ass in Melee. Like, he's not a good character.
I will say that he is C- tier. Is that fair? Is that fair?
pretty close, I'd say. Yeah.
Sure,
I
close
can't
enough,
put him
but-
D. I can't, like, I feel your hesitation there, but, like, he's not completely garbage, but he's garbage enough that you should never pick him.
Yeah.
Yes. No, then you got it.
Okay.
So Handler always plays the big ass characters that usually suck ass, but he like makes it work. My
You a
man's
big
real
DK
good at
guy?
fighting groups.
Kinda, yeah.
Yes, he fucks with
Okay,
DK too.
I can already see where your head's at. I respect that. Nice.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
because the fat characters don't have to do any work.
Well, I mean, you're kind of putting yourself at a little more risk too. I don't care what anybody says. Like a bigger body, you're a little easier to deal for. Like.
Oh yeah,
squishy
no, I'll get
characters.
fucked up, but like I only have to do two things. But yeah, and so,
Yeah.
but yeah, he's correct. Yeah, I would always pick the big guy characters, and Bowser sucks. Continue, because this gets silly.
Oh, I mean, I don't remember exactly how the match went, but he just kept like throwing him, and like he basically did the same move to him like a bunch of times, and this guy couldn't figure it
Wombo
out.
comboed
because-
him. That ain't
Yeah,
felt,
it was just embarrassing, and like I've spent time with him because we all like played at not like a pro level, but like we knew the advanced techs where you
Yeah.
could stay
You know how
on
to
stage
parry
for
shit,
longer,
right?
Like there's ways to like be better at that game just by knowing certain shit.
Yes.
And I would try to teach him that shit, and he doesn't want to learn the shit. And he's just like, I'll just play how I play, and we're just like fine. And yeah, like bro was just like tech chasing him all around the map, throwing him constantly with Bowser, the slowest, shittiest character, one of the shittiest characters. in the
Whose
game.
run looks like he's driving a minivan.
Yeah, he literally just slides across the
Just
stage.
scooching, dude. I'm scooching towards you at like 3 miles an hour.
Man, like he's got
And
worms
he would
in
just
his ass,
spaz.
like a dog.
This
with
guy
a
would
carpet.
spaz out so bad
Every time.
And-
And it's because like he could never square up that weird inadequacy where he thought he was better than everybody else, so when people would try and help him, he'd just get Wings of Redemption, no advice style. Yeah, no,
Please ban anybody posting advice.
Yeah, and now he's bald and he's fat, and we do the gay and racist show, which gets die-esque numbers.
Jeff Dye-esque numbers, so not bad.
No, that's a good way to articulate it. Yeah, cautionary tale for anybody out there. Don't be like that guy. Don't be a fucking try-hard asshole who doesn't know when to bend the knee and be like, I will let you help me, because this will be a good strengthening moment for us both. Some people, it's a weakness or something, and we all have our own little rules or whatever. I'm one of those guys who, anytime I was playing games like let's say I was playing a game like Apex Legends. If I get a kill, man, don't take my loot. Don't walk up to my shit and think you're entitled to take my shit. That'll piss me off if you do that. And you can tell me how much you need shit, that's good. Wait until I'm done, because I earned that shit. I bled for that shit. So I get when people have weird little rituals or mannerisms that they want you to respect, but not everybody's gonna play by your rules. They're not obligated to. You might be able to tell somebody shit or ask them, and maybe they'll be okay with it, but man, for the most part, you really see where people are at with their shittiness.
People can't handle losing in video games. Like that's
Hey, dude,
that's
real
yeah.
quick. Can you write that down? That if we play Fortnite with Indian, that we have to steal all.
Oh yeah, no, he's never gonna get the Vicroy crown, dude. That's all. I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna be John Cena.
Let's go.
You guys are playing Fortnite. There's bots in that shit, man.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Shit.
Oh, okay.
Come on, boys.
No, dude.
You're playing
Dude,
against
yeah.
ghosts. It's like Mario Kart. You're chasing
every-
your old time trial.
Every 10 bots, dude, is one black teen who's like, what the fuck, dog?
Damn.
Oh, what the fuck? What? Unk just came out of. Oh, nah, dude. Nah.
Damn,
Oh,
Unk.
no, he got the gritty
always
emote,
Unk.
bruh. Oh, I'm chopped. I'm chopped. Haha. Yeah, and
That's one thing I can
knowing
give
that's-
Fortnite props on. They do have some of the best cosmetics and shit out there.
Oh,
I'm
you
not
could
gonna
look
say the
absolutely
pricing is
retarded.
great, but
You can
Yeah,
look like
it's
a
great.
fucking asshole. Yeah, it's the best part.
yeah,
And
that's one of the coolest things.
You make your name in Fortnite something like Led Zeppelin rules or whatever. So, yeah, you make it something absolutely
Just
off
boomer
the wall.
build as fuck.
Yeah, full boomer.
And I guess that is
feels
better. Anything that comes from Fortnite opposed to Call of Duty, which it's now completely AI slop. I can't even get into them anymore. I didn't play the last one. I used to be really big on those because no, I used to do a gaming podcast. I talked about this on a previous episode, but I don't do too much with gaming anymore just because it's like it's old hat to me. I've been there, done that. I see people who like they get excited for these new games that come out, and I'm just like, these new
Yeah.
games are so limited in their scope. They don't have a lot there. I mean, I remember I know there were things you guys wanted to talk about that I still remember that I don't want to like corral us into topics because we have plenty of time to talk.
No, we're
But I
ripping,
did.
dude. Go ahead.
I did want to bring up because like I've been teased about this a little bit, but
You getting bullied, dude?
yeah, a little bit. Sometimes people
Aw.
don't like when you kind of like I don't want to even say toot your own horn, but like when you're talking about a life you've lived, people don't like you bringing up certain shit sometimes. It irritates them or they think there's a flaw there. And
Dude, are you about to start pussy bragging on us?
oh no, I wish,
shit.
man. We could go down that path all day long, but no, not even.
McCusker style, dude. Not bragging, guys. But
Not
Yeah,
bragging.
just pull out the flute and tune it. What is it? 432 hertz?
Dude, the same ripple that it makes on water or sand. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, like a fucking 600-pound BBW farting into a wine glass full of water. I feel you, big dog.
Yeah, exactly like that, dog. But you were
Okay,
saying.
so who's doing the
Yeah.
line? Tell
Yeah,
us
who's doing the line? Who's bullying like our 1 degree removal from the Gas Digital Network?
You know, I kind of have. How do I put this? When people have an issue with me, I don't give them too much attention. I hate that kind of makes me sound like Jeff Dye a little bit. I hate to put myself in his category, but it's like, I'd rather have you guys on to talk about chill shit than have any type of time to worry about people who, if you've got time to talk about me or you want to spend hours talking about me or picking me apart, you can do that. And I don't play that shit no more, man, because I can fuck people up. I know how to go too far, and you gotta know when to keep that power to yourself and only use it for people like Jeff Cry. Jeff Cry is worthy of my crosshairs, but the people who want to say that I'm a bad guy because I talk about this or that, and the thing I want to talk about is, like I said, you guys were like, oh, that's interesting. You know, I almost wrote for Baldur's Gate 3.
That is
I loved the original games a lot, the first and the second one. And I hate the third one because it's nothing like the other two. It plays like Divinity Original Sin. And
Yeah, they
you know,
definitely wanted to make like a digital representation of 5th edition, for sure.
they did.
I
And
like it
I don't
though.
know.
Like I like the original too, but I like that one too. The permutations in that game, I think, are what is most notable to me, because there's just. You ever play Dragon Age Origins?
One of my favorite games, yeah.
So it's kind of got that when I look at it, which is there's just so much different dialogue in that. Like the fact that they were able to get that many different scenarios of what the player could do. It's sort of the opposite of how Half-Life 2 is designed, where they'd have a level, they bring the playtesters in. If anybody gets hung up for even a second, they take that shit out.
They scrap the whole thing. Yeah,
They scrap it. Yeah, but
Unless
with Baldur's,
it's a hang-up they want them to have, then they're like, oh, the puzzle's working as designed.
yeah, but even the puzzles they'll dumb down in something like Half-Life 2, because for Valve, it's they nestle you into the bosom of your god Gabe Newell, and you'll look up at his big fat face and his tiny glasses and his poloed shirt and know that the game was made special just for you, which, you know, can take the teeth out of Half-Life 2 a bit. But with Baldur's Gate 3, they gave you all this different shit. But I could see, coming from the first two games, like if that doesn't compel you to play Baldur's Gate 3, then like kind of nothing will, you know.
And I'll be real with you, when you bring up Origins, let's be real, when you zoom out, especially on PC, there's a specific way to play it Baldur's Gate style. There's a whole article, I think, it might be gone off BioWare's website by now, but they used to tell you if you want to play this in the same vein of Baldur's Gate, you can do over-the-top mode, and you'll be able to pause, because it is a real-time game, just like all of the classic BioWare games that, you know, they kind of pioneered all that shit. It started with Baldur's Gate, but people only seem to remember Knights of the Old Republic or Dragon Age Origins, and all of this shit was there, all the great story writing, all of the dialogue options. In Baldur's Gate, there were random encounters where you'd go to one of the tiles on the map, you'd be walking, and all of a sudden there'd be some bandits that say, hey, give me your fucking money or we're gonna kill you right now, and you could do it, or you could say, fuck you, and then kill them, take their loot. And it was a very unforgiving game where sometimes if your character died, if they exploded, you couldn't go to the church and revive them. You were done forever. And, you know, you get attached to certain characters and voice actors. And my gripes were that, not even the story, but they didn't use the same voice actors for Minsk or for Jaheira, even though they're still alive. And this is where I get to super nerd out. Even if because you guys have your own nerd outs, which I've been like, wow, these guys are gamers at heart, I like it. But I have some specific lore of my own, and in the Throne of Baal expansion, the true canon ending is the one where you redeem Sarevok.
Yeah.
Sarevok cannot be the villain of Baldur's Gate 3 because you redeem him in Throne of Baal. It makes no sense to throw him in there. It felt like a desperate play on Larian's behalf that they couldn't figure anything else out interesting enough. And I don't know, it just wasn't sold to me where they had everything else. I wrote a story where I feel like they kind of borrowed elements from what I did. I'll send it to you guys when we're done with the pod. But I really do feel like they kind of borrowed a little bit of my shit because I had a Lilithich. I always fuck up pronouncing that, but an Illithid Lich. This whole concept behind it and how it would keep itself alive or consume minds to gain their knowledge, but it was a trade-off. It couldn't do both. If it took your knowledge, it couldn't add itself to sustain longer and vice versa. But, you know, it's shit like that where you
hear what
get
you're
hurt
saying.
by games. You build it up for 20 years. You're like, I'd love a Baldur's Gate 3, but why would you make it turn-based when the fucking first two are real-time with pause? And there's a guy out there, actually, that's my biggest hang-up with it, Big Dog. All the other shit, not hiring the original voice actors, fucking up the canon ending. It's not necessarily that, or even that I didn't get to write it. It's that they fucking decided, oh man, I'm so high, I forgot my point, but you get what I'm saying.
They rebooted.
Yeah.
They rebooted the series to try and bring in new people with Baldur's Gate 3. It is not a true sequel. I can understand that burning out old fans. However,
and I do remember my point. Not to cut you off. I remember.
Go ahead.
It's there's a guy out there making a mod to make it real time with pause, and I'm going to play it when that guy finishes the fucking mod. That's all I wanted to say. I remember.
No, that'd be tight. Like
that would be tight.
I'm down for that. But one thing I want to say, okay, yes, everything you said about Sarevok is correct. and it is a cheap ploy to bring him back. It is some like, what if Darth Vader didn't die shit. But what about when Saravok, when you meet him, says, "This is the court of the Dreadlord's tribunal. I am its custodian." That's the coolest thing anyone's ever said in their entire life. So I can't. So it's one of those things where I agree with what you said, but what if Saravok's really cool? What if he's really cool?
I'm the problem. I am the problem here. I can't just let go of the past and appreciate what it is. I have to overanalyze it.
I'll go band for band with you on that though, because if you want to talk about us being the problem, the first thing we ever collaborated on, that because the Gay and Races show was originally supposed to be a side thing for Minty's full-time stream, and then it became the full thing. Our first episode we ever did was about how Doom Eternal is gay and sucks ass.
Yeah,
and we were the assholes for that
same.
one. We talked for like an hour and a half about how that game sucks.
What did you guys feel about the Dark Ages?
Oh man,
Return to form or bad?
Mixed bag.
Very mixed. I mean, in a lot of ways, it fixed some of the shit that sucked about Doom Eternal, like gameplay-wise, but it went so much further.
Yeah, I think we lost you for a second.
Oh, hey, can you guys hear me?
Uh-oh.
Hello?
Okay,
there
you're back.
Go.
You're back.
Welcome back, brother.
What
Technical difficulties, people.
My bad. Yeah, I was just saying, I think for Doom the Dark Ages, it ended up, I mean, for me at least, gameplay-wise, it was an improvement over Eternal. It wasn't fully there to like what I liked about 2016. Fully.
Right, because you could easy mode everything on Ultra Nightmare once you understood the mechanics and had the weapons maxed out completely. I agree.
Yeah.
It became very repetitive. You didn't feel accomplished by clearing sections. You were like, oh, I just do this. It's math. I'm done.
Yeah, you couldn't just use your gun to shoot people in Eternal.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
keep going, dude.
I would say the parts of the story and everything that sucked ass in Eternal, they cranked that shit up to like 100 in the Dark Ages. Like it was so lame.
Dude, it's the worst
like
40K.
The femboy Dreadlord, dude.
The worst 40K fan fiction of all time.
Holy shit.
The bad guy is the gay devil.
Yeah, he was femboyed out for real, man.
Devil, and then Doom guy is like following orders. He's like appealing to authority.
Yeah, he's making sure to like hold his fire as opposed to just being.
It was badass when they brought him back to life in that hell ritual though, because he looked so offended. He was like, "How could you do this?"
Yeah, he just wanted to die so he didn't have to hang out with like someone's. Like the worst selling Games Workshop novel guardsman characters. He didn't want to hang out with those guys anymore. Like, yeah,
it's a zombie. He couldn't get peace, bro. And I'll be real. That was my favorite part of Dark Ages was the zombie Doom guy. I don't care how corny
that part was cool.
It was so dumb. It was fun.
That's what I mean. Like it felt like Doom. You know, like classic Doom, where they were willing to make it kind of campy.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, you guys are.
I liked the whole.
It doesn't have to be super try-hard, serious, pinch my butthole.
The
I'm a zombie
stuff
now.
was cool, but it's just and
yes,
it
was.
They hammed up like a bunch of shit though, with like the dragon sucks, the fucking mech shit. The mech shit sucks.
No,
Some of
the femboy Dreadlord. That was the worst part of the game. It was not.
It was all this extra shit that nobody needed or cared about. And as my co-host said when we did a kind of final thoughts on Dark Ages, it's like they didn't believe in the combat system they made. And the combat system they made was cool, but they thought, we'll give you a bunch of extra shit, and here's a bunch of wide open Skyrim levels, and maybe that'll keep your attention, when it's just, hey, you didn't need to do that. If you had made this, if you had just
getting that Breath of the Wild treatment, and not every game needs it because it's empty space. No, I don't want that.
You know how boring it was having to go and get all the collectibles in that game?
It was.
Just to like get the upgrades that you need. You couldn't just get money from like killing guys and,
to
like,
do a
that's enough
puzzle,
to get your upgrade.
which just is tantamount to you throw your shield.
You just
there
throw
was
your
one
shield
that
at
kept
different
pissing
shit.
me off. I can't remember which one, but there was one that I got stuck on for a minute. I just couldn't do it. It was like you had to do a bunch of shit really quick, and I kept like falling off at one part, and yeah, it just didn't feel fulfilling, man. That first Doom, no, people aren't just nostalgia sad. They know what good is. We know when something good, when a good movie comes out, we praise it. When a good song comes out, we praise it. When a good game comes out, we praise it. We don't just hate on shit or have bad taste. The people who are fucking eating up this goy slop, it pisses me off, man, because then you're just feeding the machine. And, you know, I did just buy Marathon. I said I wasn't going to do it, but I said I wasn't going to do it. I really did. I told myself.
Whoa, buddy! He's playing Marathon!
I know.
He's extracting!
I know. I feel
He's consuming.
bad about it. I do. I looked at the store and I'm like, man, this is sad to see. The UI is kind of cool. It's nothing like what they previewed because they had to change all the assets because they got, you know, not just accused. It was proven they were stealing from fucking artists on fucking Tumblr and shit. You're stealing from Tumblr artists.
They were stealing from
pay them.
They were stealing from the Japanese, dude.
It just, I don't get that. They're on Tumblr, and you're like, oh, this is our asset.
You can't throw him
No, it's
$100,
not.
dude. Like, damn.
Yeah, it's not that hard. I bet they would have fucking gotten tricked easily and given you the rights.
Can't give me a
Nipped that in the bud.
Halo 3 game fuel.
Yeah,
Oh, don't-
one game fuel.
I will give you my entire artist back catalog for the game fuel I know they have. That it flows like water at 343 Studios, dude. Why? What are they hiding from us? When will you give me back my game fuel?
Never forget
There's
what they
a
took from
reservoir
us,
of
dude.
it. It's a naturally, like, it constantly refills itself. They have gemstones that provide
The
it.
fountain of game fuel. Yeah, I would. I
gotta go
know.
get
I
those
know you
gemstones.
have it. You do like
That's
a
my
Jesse
great replacement. Yeah.
Jesse Ventura going to Heart, but it's me going up to 343 being like, where's the game fuel? I know it's in there.
Yeah.
That's the Thanos glove I want.
This
All
is
of the gems
this
that
is a
create that
First
shit.
Amendment audit.
Yeah.
Give
Just so
me
you
the
know, you
game
are
fuel.
being recorded. Where's the game fuel?
Yeah, you're on record right now.
Just give us the game fuel, and there won't be any trouble.
But there is a lot of bullshit for video games. I mean, it's we've talked about it before, but there's still cool stuff coming out. It's just because I never stop gaming. I've yet to grow out of my man-child phase and like stop just playing fucking video games. But I'll scroll through Steam and or YouTube, and I'll find people who found a game that's like got maybe 1,000 reviews tops, probably oftentimes less, and I'll go look through it. Channels like Alpha Beta Gamer, that's all he does.
Shout out Alpha Beta Gamer. Yeah.
All he does is finds cool shit.
Alpha Beta Gamer? Okay.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
his videos
check them
rule.
out.
It'll just be like a long ass list of like him playing a game for like 10 minutes, like, and it'll be like 20 games in a video. Yeah.
I fuck with people who that's kind of their avenue, because to me, that's the one way you can justify being able to play games. Because my biggest thing now, and maybe this, I don't want to change you guys, but let me present this to you.
Go ahead.
Picture this shit. Yeah, you can go back and play Banjo-Kazooie, but how many times have you played it, and how much of your life have you traded to Banjo-Kazooie? And when you start looking at it that way, you start to resent a lot of these games where you're like, yeah, did I play Banjo-Kazooie instead of fucking a bitch? And it's not like fucking a bitch is better than Banjo. I don't even mean it that way. But it's more so that I don't want people to question their lives, but to me, video games, it's kind of like weed, you know? Yeah, it is good. It is fun. And I finally get it now that I'm older about what people mean about, like, you're trading your time. It's a time capsule. You're time traveling. All these bullshit, weird sayings sounding like some fucking Chinese man. I get it now, where, yeah, I can't play Banjo-Kazooie again. I could, in theory, and I would enjoy it. But I've already completed that game and explored every pixel that it has to offer. So going back and doing it again is kind of stagnating. It's like instead of walking forward on the path and finding something different, which that's why I kind of hate games like Marathon. It sucks that I bought one because it's a time sink that is the same exact thing over and over again. You don't cleanse, you're just doing the same shit, and then we're in that information overload time, so you're constantly bombarding yourself with different experiences. And I just remember when games like Super Mario RPG or Super Metroid, those meant something to me, and I didn't have to play them a bunch of times in order to feel like they meant something to me. Whereas I watch people speedrun Super Mario 64, and my heart bleeds for them because, bro, that game's 30 fucking years old.
Yeah.
And you don't need to spend a month on that, like a month on that game. No, dude. No, please. That's like play it once or twice in your life and be happy that you swung Bowser off the stage. Don't spend a month of your life on Super Mario 6. Because when you're 50, you're going to think about that. You're going to be like, holy shit, I was at the peak of my life. Do it then. There's guys like Bush Camp Dad and all these old men and old women streamers. Be like them. Be washed up. Have a bunch of money in your fucking 401k and your FICO's perfect and all this shit, and be living in Florida wearing Hawaiian clothes. Look like the grandpa from Ben 10. Let that be your archetype. But don't be fucking 20 and think that you should spend a month playing Super Mario 64, because you shouldn't. You should be out there doing anything. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but you got to do anything else, because you're not going to get to do it when you're fucking 50, homie. That's when you can play Mario as much as you want. Not now. And so maybe I'm going a little too hard on that philosophy, but
it's not. There are people who will let their whole life become, can I be the best at this thing? Like I can actually speak truth to power on this. I do fighting game tournaments sometimes.
Nice.
Thank you. Like I've gotten a couple of Vic Roys here and there, but the best advice I've ever gotten in regards to fighting game tournaments is, like being the best at this game just gets you in the door. And the whole point of it is to meet people with similar aesthetic interests to you and like hang out. It's actually not about can I be the best at Marvel vs. Capcom 2. It's can I get to a level where I'm comfortable playing Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and that just becomes the secondary thing I do, where the primary thing I'm doing is spending time with my friends who just like similar stuff that I do, so it's easy to talk to them. So that door
I hope people really let that shit sink in.
Oh, they don't.
Yeah.
Oh, I know the guy, dude. I know the guy. Oh, they don't, dude. I know the
guy. For a guy that co-hosts the Gay and Racist show, the amount of heart and passion that this is why I do this is comedy. This is kind of an anti-humor. I don't give a fuck what people think. This is ours. This is ours. Nobody can take this from us. This is ours right now. And I love when I get to meet people and let them kind of zen out, and this is my favorite shit, because you're right, man. Nobody would ever expect something like that, and you're able to articulate these points where, no, I don't think people can brush it aside, because other people would rather bullshit, make up some excuses about why things are the way they are. And no, man, that's a great way for people to take a moment, reflect, and say, yeah, why haven't I been trying to actually get to know people or see some common ground, or throw a compliment to somebody? Don't wait for somebody to approach you. Sometimes you got to go up, and even if it's not like in your heart of hearts to be like, oh, dude, you've got the greatest Ryu I've ever seen. Well, you can at least say something kind enough where that opens the door to something new.
Yeah, just like, hey, what's up? Usually I found to be like a perfect introduction when I'm playing fighting games with someone. But like what I mean by like there are people who will not do that is I know guys who they're so good at specifically the CPS2 era of Capcom games. I know a guy who has wake up times memorized for after you sweep someone in a fighting game where they'll get back up that you would only know if you've only played Capcom games from that era. Yeah, it's frame perfect shit and he's fucking miserable. And
You're talking about Daigo shit.
Yeah, he knows Daigo shit, and he has no friends, and he's fucking miserable. And I can think of so many guys like that. That's really not the point of doing fighting games.
And he doesn't know why he's miserable, brother.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't know.
None of those people know.
You do,
and it's
but
just,
he doesn't. That shit hurts
yeah,
me. Like, imagine being that proficient in it, and you still don't recognize that because you've chosen to be this way about
loops
it.
back into the guy we were talking about who we used to know. He couldn't understand that the reason we're playing Smash Brothers Melee is just because it's gay for us to be like, hey, do you want to hang out? You need to have a thing there to do. You know? He just never figured that out. It doesn't matter who's better in this apartment at this video game. The same way it doesn't really matter who's better at this tournament at this video game. Like, every time I've ever gotten like a nice win, it's just been like, oh cool, I'm getting better. But then I just go back to like smoking cigarettes and talking with a friend about whatever bullshit we were talking about anyway. And but you know, it's the way it goes. Like, I'm sure there are people who are perfectly pleased with being able to pull up and just having like 4 autistic men be like, damn, bruh, you so cracked,
nice,
died.
Bruh.
Damn, that was, that John Clean died. Like, sheesh. Yeah, I'm sure there are people who get enjoyment from that, but like that gets old. Like it gets fucking old.
So I want to share 2 things here. One, Indian, you were talking about like replaying old games. The only caveat I would give to that is, number one, if you forgot the game completely, then that's okay. Because I'm old enough now where I can play an old game and it's just new to me now. Like
Spyro.
I don't want to cut you off. So what's the second thing? Because I want to address that.
So number 2 is just a quick anecdote from the time me and Handler hung out last. Was he came to where I'm at and we went to a barcade together, and there was two fighting game interactions. One, he played against some fucking guy in Street Fighter, and the guy like lost a bunch of times in a row. Handler's thing was broken. Just saying, it's not a brag. His thing was broken. Like, one of the buttons actually didn't
A heavy
work.
punch didn't work.
You beat him with one button behind your back?
The button didn't work. It's not a brag. It's just a fact of the situation.
Well, that's an unintentional brag.
We could ever find that black guy
brag.
who was yelling over the whole match.
There was a black guy commentating the entire time.
As is their nature.
Oh shit!
Yeah, he was just behind him like, shit, yeah. But after that, they played like 10 matches, and then after it was done, he like tried to walk over and be like, "Yo, good game, bro. Like that, that was some nice shit." And the guy was just like, "Whatever." Like, he just kind of walked off in a huff.
What?
Contrast that with a great interaction we had where we just played Capcom versus SNK 2, like rotating with some other guy that just walked up to us and was like, "Hey, you guys play this game?" The
some
guy was
big
so
southern dude.
nice. Yeah, like
some
so
jelly
cool.
roll style, I forgive you, brother, kind of individual who was
He
there.
was so nice.
He had just come from seeing Lamb of God, if it lets you know like what kind of white trash can this was.
And he was like,
boy,
"Oh, what's
here
your
we
name?
go.
What's your name?" And he's like, "Oh, okay, Mint Handler. Yeah, like you guys are. That's what's up. Like, oh, you guys are pretty good at this game." And like, you would like get something nice, like you would get a good combo going. He's like, "Damn, good shit." Like, it was like all positive and cool. And then we never saw that man again. But it was just like, "Damn, that was sick." Like that guy fucking ruled. You know?
And what makes my favorite part of that story is the guy who I fucked up in Super Turbo and his friend. They like kind of were they were creeping on us a little bit. They were watching us hang out with this one dude, and I like remember looking over at them, and then they kind of scattered because they were just like, "Oh my fucking god."
They're like fucking having fun over there
with this guy who looks like he could be our cousin, you know. He's just another big white boy.
Well, I mean, I think that the same way for Asian people, it's kind of the same with white people. We all look like we could be cousins, dude.
Yeah.
We all look like we're fucking the same.
But yeah, I will piggyback off what Mint said though. Yeah, there are like, and I'll add a little addendum to it. Yes, like if you're so enraptured in this eternal summer of your youth that you can only keep going back and playing Mario 64 until you have killed the game in your head, and the only way it's fun for you now is if you speedrun it, then you have a problem.
Yes.
But I'm here to say there are so many old games like Baroque on the Sega Saturn. Nobody knows what that shit is. That shit's badass. That you get it was like one of the first roguelike games ever put out. Like on home consoles on the Saturn. No one had a fucking Saturn, especially in the States, no less. So while going and just being like, my favorite games are Ocarina of Time and Banjo-Kazooie and GoldenEye and Final Fantasy VII. Yeah, you're fucked. You're as bad as like the AFI top 100 film list guy. You know, you are cooked, bro. But if you're dumpster diving and looking for old games, because I've said this before and I mean it, if they stop making video games today, we could still find new fun stuff to play. There's still, there's the same way if they stop making movies today, there is a cool movie out there right now you have never heard of, and you're gonna find out about it.
That never got translated to English.
Correct.
Today.
Oh, and there are homebrew games. We're not even talking about the
homebrew
shit where, like,
games.
and
There's
shit.
mods that change the entire nature of the game. There's
Shout out to Pokemon Clover.
Pokemon Clover.
Shout out to the real Pokemon Green that people don't know about, and the real Pokemon Diamond from way back in the day, like the original homebrews that
shout out
motherfuckers don't remember.
fucking Super Mario Adventure, a Mario 3 ROM hack that changes literally the entire game. And of course, shout out to our favorite ROM hack, Super KKK Bros.
Let's go. Dude, that will be an episode one day, is like racist ROM hacks, because there's a lot.
There's so many and they're all
racist
good.
Video games.
But yeah, man, there is an unlimited supply of this shit. It's the issue becomes like how people have comfort movies, people have comfort games, which shows stagnation. Like to speak to that too. Just this year I started, and like a little bit last year, I started playing Final Fantasy 14, having never played an MMO in my life. Never really spent any real time with an MMO. I went through it with some of the top guys from the Gay and Racist show. That was great, man. It was great getting to see that whole story with those two people. It was great, like, you know, finally getting to enjoy an MMO. And, you know, now I don't feel the need to, you know, log on to it every day. I'll log on and play it with the boys. But in terms,
but you got to walk through that experience.
You got to walk through that
like
experience, and like, what's that experience really about? Is it about I am playing a video game, or is it about, oh, this is a way for me to hang out with two other men and it's not gay?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's ways, you know, there's always a fine line. Where if it was just me going through 14 alone, and if I got really into the fishing all by myself, I would feel like I'm losing time. But getting to experience a story that took 10 years to write with the fellas and doing all that shit, you know, man, that's like a good memory of spending time with people for me. More than it's about playing a video game. It's about how that brought me and some other people together, no homo. You know, the same way when I think of fighting games, I don't think of winning the tournament. I think of, I remember driving like an hour to an arcade just to play with this game with my friends and grind it out. We did this whole thing together, and it becomes a social thing.
I think to even make that point stronger, there might be people who, even though they autistically will fixate on this shit as if it needs to be worshipped until the end of time, they're somehow forgetting it's not uniquely theirs. Do you get what I mean by that? You know,
the whole
like,
fandom thing. I mean, dude, I don't know how much of our show you watch, but like we cover like the users, like these these people that are like deep
it's
in
an hour
like
and
fandom.
We're behind the Patreon. We can talk users now.
Oh, we can talk users now? Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, so they're like, they deeply covet their fandoms of like usually baby shows, you know, but the idea is
all engines go.
Yeah, the idea is they have like these line in the sand beliefs about like Thomas the Tank Engine. You know,
All
they,
engines
like,
go,
bait
dude.
people and like
Yes,
cut
dude.
people off from their community, all that shit. Like it's crazy. Like and yeah, that's like their whole life is like they are Thomas the Tank Engine. They are Paw Patrol, you know.
Yeah,
and
but
that,
even
that'll be their
further than
usernames
that,
too. Yeah.
Don't like it's. I mean even more that maybe not that you're not even saying this, but maybe I'm getting too excited to get to the point. But it's like these motherfuckers think that it is for them and them alone. That it was made specifically.
Yeah, they are the grand
for them.
arbiter of Thomas the Tank
Yes.
Engine. All engines go. They
That-
are.
Oh no, Thomas is
the
my
Inquisitor.
favorite. He's
Yeah.
my favorite.
Only
and it's like, dude,
I
guy.
understand the Maison scene. Only I have picked up on the subtle messaging. I am the second coming of somebody.
The
who's
eyes
very
just get
good at
wide. It's the
appreciating
one
knowledge.
moment that they come alive. All other times they're just like a sharks, you know. But the one time you disrespect Thomas or bring up like, oh yeah, I really like that one episode where the conductor. No, my Thomas,
Fucking
it's my
get it.
Thomas.
You
And it's,
don't
holy
get it,
shit.
dude. You
Calm
just you
down.
don't get all engines go like I do. You just don't fucking get it, bro.
Damn.
I can't with certain people, and I just don't.
I mean, I will say, even with those guys, though, I do like, well, their passion I find befuddling. I do like how they have an insular community. You know, I do like how they
Right.
have
No, that's
this
fair.
where it's just, yeah,
They
it's
have
these 20 specific retards and their deep love of the original Thomas the Tank Engine and friends. And
Yeah, it's theirs.
It's I don't know. I would take that. I would take that over another fucking moist critical video where he looks like gay John Wick in front of a claw machine he hates because he's a husk of a person who can't feel his fingertips. He can't flick his tongue against the back of his teeth and name 5 things in the room. Talking about how the Thomas situation is crazy, and then a discrete 1 billion people watch it and go, ah, sad true, check.
So true. He's just like me for real.
Yeah.
I think that is going to be the next arc of major content creators, because you already saw it a little bit with, maybe I'll get a little flack here, but, you know, Sketch. We all know what's up with Sketch, man, and there's going to be more people like him. as we
What's
go
up,
down the
brother?
line. Yeah, you know, he's,
Fuck me up the ass, brother.
we're not even calling it exploitation because we're dog walking these people into the situations, and then it's okay to laugh at, or we think it's funny, and I'm kind of getting sick and tired of.
I did laugh at Sketch being gay. I will admit that. This
that
person I'd
was
never
funny.
heard of. I did laugh at the fact that he was just a gay prostitute when he wasn't making videos about Madden.
That's hilarious. I just mean the way that they, and again, I'll use the word dog walk because, I mean, brother, your name is Handler, so you've got to know where I'm coming from with this. That motherfucker was dog walked into this situation he thought was safe, and then everybody says, oh no, you're a fag getting fucked in the ass for money, and now we know. And he was trying to kill himself, and we're supposed to center in on that for some reason. We have to have that be a focal point in the heartbeat of the community across all these different spectrums of social media. It's like, why the fuck do I even know who he is?
Yeah, I mean,
why do I know this?
Agree. Yeah, like if your time is worth nothing, then like, yeah, that should be that's a focal point for certain people. Like
Yes.
if your time is worth nothing, like, because that's what I mean by when we're particular about the stuff we cover on the Gay and Racist show. It's if we could make it funny. Like, yeah, Sketch being gay is funny, but I can't really riff off that. Here's my riff on Sketch being gay. Fuck me up the ass, brother. That's not going to eat up that much time. Guys.
Yeah, that's a 1 second YouTube short. Yeah.
Oh no, we could get an hour out of fuck.
Oh yeah, well, Spectre style. I'll zoom in on the pictures of his asshole.
Whoa, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa, buddy. Yeah, it's come on.
Gay.
Man.
Yeah.
He's gay. Yeah, it's 30 minutes of me just being like, he's gay. He's attracted to men. He has sex with them. He enjoys their
He's seen one up close.
we just pull up that fucking ad for, oh, what are you, a fag? Fucking homo? All those kids.
That's the background. That's the bed music. Yeah, man. And like, it's like we cover Hassan, right? Like we'll talk about Hassan for sure, but like we don't cover Hassan because it's just like, and we're gonna give you the truth. Did you guys know this about Hassan? It's like, no, everybody fucking knows. Everybody knows everything about him. The thing that makes it funny is nobody talks about how he has a Jersey accent and he sounds like an alleged frat guy rapist. That's what's funny about Hassan. That's the only reason we cover.
Yeah, we make up a himbo New Jersey Shore character of him, and we put him in those situations as a streamer, and that's funny.
That's funny, but like, yeah, just covering the drama as it if all we were covering was drama
his
as
take
it
on Palestine. He had a take.
Oh my god! Yeah, who cares what these people think or like what they're doing? It's can you even make it funny?
Nobody cares. It's a Bronx Tale shit, man. Nobody cares.
The thing I really dislike the most about commentary, and that's why I like guys like Red Bar, is
shout out Red Bar. Rest in peace, man.
All Mike wanted to do was make it funny. Everything he covered was in service of him making a joke based off the most minute observation that might not even be accurate, and then running with that for an hour.
Cousins was the greatest gift he ever gave us. Yeah. Nobody will ever change my mind on
or
that.
The DuckTales song. But
no, it's got to be Cousins for me. That's a good one,
look,
but
there's no bad choices.
I don't know, dude. He really Cousins.
Best set of all time.
He never came back from that. That's kind of my joke now. I'll tell people that when they're like, "Is Red Bar dumb?" Like, yeah, Cousins changed him. He never came back. Like he's a fucking PTSD from Cousins, bro. It's too much.
But
he got too close.
Yeah, but in service of the point, though, it seems like a lot of people who want to do commentary stuff, and like, yeah, I mean, you're gonna do whatever you want. I could never imagine just turning the camera on in my room and just telling people, just summarizing tweets for people.
Yeah, hey, the Hasanabi situation is crazy. And then you just explain that he went to Cuba and shit. It's like, no, he went to Cuba and then, he's retarded, so he thought it was Mexico the whole time.
Correct.
And,
Well, he thinks he's Andrew Tate. He's trying to be the echo of Tate. That's why asking, you're going to go to fucking...
He kept asking Cubans for a cerveza.
Yeah.
He thought it was Cinco de Mayo. He thought the flotilla was like a booze cruise. Yeah, that's what's funny about that is this. Yeah. It's a completely different thing. And if I was just sitting here lecturing people about my own morality and opinions on these situations, there'd be no gay and racist show. There'd be no point in doing it.
Then you'd be in the 250, dude. Because that's what it means, dude.
Yeah. I'd be a modern day philosopher, dude. Yeah, just be fucking funny. Like, please, for my sake, just try and be funny. There's these couple of guys we can really think of who just their entire show is in service of them just trying to tell you why the lol cows are bad people. Like anybody doesn't know or cares.
Wait, so you mean they would get mad at Chris Chan?
Yes. No, I literally watch these guys. I'll say it, dude. Too high for stupid.
Go for it, dude. Yeah, fuck them.
I watched.
First of all, they don't even smoke weed. They don't even smoke weed.
Get them, dude.
First of all.
Yeah, you're out. Yeah, you're out. Get them out. We got some bad hombres, and we gotta get them out. Get them out now.
They suck because, okay, I watched them because we were talking about it, like, all right, we got to go after other people that do lol cows now, So we were, like, looking it up and shit, and yeah, too high for stupid. All they do is they'll play some World of T-Shirts video about him, like, being retarded in Japan and, like spazzing and getting, accosted by the Japanese.
He's a retarded drunk here, and now he's a retarded drunk here.
And they're like, can you believe that he's a retarded drunk? That's bad. It's like, dude, do a funny accent. Do a funny Japanese accent. Hello?
You sent me that video, and your one comment on it was, I watched the whole thing. They didn't do a Chinese voice once.
It would probably be funnier if he would have committed seppuku in the middle of the street.
Anything, any joke.
The Japanese would have
joke.
liked that. They would have thought that was very honorable.
Yeah,
I don't
but
know
yeah,
why that's.
There's no jokes. It's just like this weird thing. Like, oh, did you guys know I'm better than a retarded guy? Like,
Yeah, I
sick, dude.
fucking
So
hope
cool.
so.
Fuck.
And then what's even worse is they'll be like, oh, there's a retarded man in this bad situation getting taken advantage of by people. Somebody should do something.
Wink.
Oh, somebody should help this guy.
Yeah,
It
like
sounds
people
like
that
those
fuck
guys
with
that set up the
Cobra,
fucking-
you know.
I don't want to walk over your bit. My bad, man.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. It's more just an observation of like the guys that were fucking with Cobra right before he died. You know, like they got his YouTube channel taken away and like all this bullshit because these people want to act like they're so much better than these people that they're literally obsessed with, and they watch all their content and shit. It's like, I don't know. Sorry, go on.
No, I think that's a good point, dude. But it's part of the cycle. You see, one person has to kind of nip at the heels of another, and I don't think that's how it should be. But yeah, there's just people with that bottom feeder mentality. They want to eat scum, and you eat enough of it, you become it. I'm not even trying to be cute about it, but bro, some people just don't know what it's all about. We can bring it back to the point of before that, you know, you're here for a specific reason, and if you don't see that, I'm sorry that you don't know how to read the room. You can't see the forest through the trees. You're blind. That's a bummer.
Look, I could never understand doing any kind of stream where you're talking, because that is the product you're selling. The product is you talking, and you don't want to just do a joke.
Yeah.
You don't want to try to be entertaining. Because look, let's be real. We're not going to be informative. That's done. That's out the window. Okay?
No, we don't want to be.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I couldn't sit
you
here
have to
for
be
an hour and
entertaining.
try to tell people anything specifically, because I'll just ramble into the abyss. But
Right.
by no
So-
means do I ever think I'm above and beyond like Buzz Lightyear shit. No, dude. There's really no reason that anybody should. I couldn't agree more with you, dude.
Yeah, go watch some Professor Jiang or some shit like that. Like, there are smart guys on the internet that you can listen to and like learn some shit. But like, okay, we're not that. Like, can we be entertaining? And that I just feel like that's what's missing from commentary so much is like, okay, yeah, you're commentating, dude. Yeah, like you can be moist critical and just be like, hey guys, this person did like a whoopsie doodle dandy today, and they did a real whoopsie daisy up my bum, and it's like, okay, great, dude. Like, thank you so much for saying this. That's such a brave stance
What a
you took,
brave
Chuck.
stance you took, Chuck.
And if you're not moist critical, then you're Asmongold, you know? Because
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
a
dude,
shadow type.
There's no camera, so I can't do my Asmongold impression, which is just raising your eyebrows. At a
Yeah,
video.
like you're the Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, and like at least Zach, at least Asmongold will just sit there and make a funny face and then go back to talking to people. Like Chuck will do a discreet 5-minute video where he's just like, yeah, and all the live long day people are having little fucky wuckies and they got to get in the forever box. And I cannot imagine what that's like to have a life like that. I mean, he's got all the money in the world, and he apparently lives in, like, you know, a house that I guess everybody gets when they get big on YouTube, which is you look like you're in the prize room of a Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah,
But-
People eat that fucking goy slop up too. It's insane when he's still getting views. Which blows
Yeah, I
me
mean, like,
away.
you could go ahead and do that, but I'd rather have somebody criticize the gay and racist show for saying we're just not funny. I'd rather just take that on the chin than being like, I can't believe that they would do this. It's just like, yeah, just add anything. Add anything. Even a racist Chinese voice is better than, again, summarizing a Kiwi Farms thread or summarizing a Twitter thread.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that. I don't think anybody wants to have their fucking time wasted. There's a lot, like I said, you have to be very specific with how you spend your time, especially when you get to a certain level. And I'm not even talking about success. I just mean in life, when you got kids or other responsibilities that you have to shoulder the weight to, because some people are out of touch. They have no fucking idea what I'm talking about. They're like, haha, this dumb motherfucker has problems. No, motherfucker, everybody's got shit that they gotta take care of. Just because we got it kind of figured out, homie, nobody's 100%. I don't even care. All these people with a lot of money, they're not solid either. That's why they're always fucking, you hear them dying about drugs or they're cheating on each other, because they're not fucking happy either, and they got way more than we do. Some of the happiest people I know don't have shit. I'm not advocating for homelessness or being destitute, but I mean that, the people that have to scrape together. And like you said, you find ways to bond, whatever it is. Sometimes it is through the struggle. Sometimes you have enough ease to be able to play a game or go do something else, but I don't know, some people just don't, they never get a taste of that. And then by the time they do, it's too late for them to really learn from it, you know? Because if you're fucking in your 50s and you're learning this shit, but now you have no meaningful connections and nobody gives a fuck, well, you're not going to convince a bunch of people now to give a fuck about you at 50. You're done. You're done, dude. There's no other choice for you, so pick and choose what you do wisely, because, yeah, if you're going to try and be in a lane, I agree. Try to do something entertaining. Even if you can't be funny or whatever, try to be entertaining. Make yourself the butt of the joke. Look at the report of the week. Review Bra has leaned into that persona. He is very okay with the good and the bad. And that's why
that guy gets
good.
it. Yeah.
He
He
gets
knows
it, yeah.
how people see him. Yeah.
And he's
fucking
fine
knows.
with it.
That's what
why
he
people
wants.
still watch him.
Yes, because he's
Chris
playing
Chan
the meta.
has more self-awareness than most of these guys.
A little too
He
much,
sold
though.
the comics. He
Little
sold the
too
comics
much.
for a while. He sells the Sonichu medallions. Like, he knows where his bread's butter is. Like, he's this character, you know? Like,
And that helps him grow his witness for his dark magic.
that's right. They're all power totems in his grand scheme.
Correct.
Shan is the one person that actually terrifies me. I would.
Oh yeah,
we're
we're scared shitless of Chris.
Yeah, hey guys,
that's a
don't
scary
buy
thing.
his shit. Like, that is not me advocating buying any of this stuff.
If
Don't.
you had to be locked in a haunted house for one night and you'd win $1 million, and just Chris Chan is running around.
No, he's gonna. You will be consumed. You will be consumed into the great and immense flesh of a giant Sonichu tulpa. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
Akira style, just fucking blobbing out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just
If
gonna melt into a Sonichu. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. It's the. Did you guys know that what happens to the kid in the bathroom in the end of the Blood Meridian is he actually gets eaten by Chris Chan?
Yeah.
That's actually what that ending is.
Number
And that-
5, Chris Chan, Blood Meridian.
Number.
You guys know who,
He's played like player piano for babies. He says he never sleeps.
you guys know who Ice Poseidon is?
Vaguely familiar. He's like
Yeah.
a IRL streamer. Like I'm gonna trap a bunch of homeless people in a trailer guy.
Yeah, he's I think Sam Hyde credited him for the whole fish tank idea. I don't know if he meant that in jest, but
No,
that's
yeah, he's kind of started what we know now as IRL streaming. So
Yeah,
I can
IP2.
see that.
It's him and like J Station.
Yeah.
I mean, I know there were motherfuckers doing it before him, but I agree with you that there is a narrative that Ice Poseidon, for some reason, is somebody that you should know for something. And I liked this guy's story. I bring him up just because it's funny, because we've brought up a couple names tonight. And if you guys know him, a funny line that you should look at, a thread to follow, is a guy named Crazy Tempo. He's this fucking, I think he's from Africa, but he's this fucking crazy black dude. And I love Crazy Tempo, by the way. Nothing but respect. But that it's in his name, Crazy Tempo.
Right.
He used to chase, like, online bullies, as he called them. So he would go, whether it was fucking Ice Poseidon or, God, there's a couple of names. That
Ice Poseidon, I cannot believe you would do this.
Wherever you are running,
It was
I will
You
find you.
100%
get
that.
away from me, Ice Poseidon. You will now face me and stick fighting.
Stop running from me.
Do not run away from me. Somebody restrain that man. Please stop the camper van. Restrain that man. I am Crazy Tembo, and he will do combat with me. Huh?
You're not off. You're not
Nice,
off.
dude. That kind of rules. He just goes and does like hand-to-hand combat with
He
aliens.
showed up at
now
Ice
challenged
Poseidon's
you.
complex, and he was demanding to get in, and then he was like, "You come fight me now out in the street, bro.
Just-
You
I
come now
demand
and you fight me.
satisfaction.
Dude,
No, you want
just
to be bully online. You come fight me. You talk
knocking on
big
the
game
front-
online. Come on,
Get on
fight
the
me. in
front
street."
door of like a McMansion out in the middle of nowhere. You will not refer to me as a homosexual. You are going to be that. I will
No, he
say
just
that
becomes
is you.
tell me why you are gay meme. He just immediately starts doing that to Ice.
That
Tell
is
me
you.
why you are gay.
He's got like a machete. I will defeat you.
Dude, he had his homeboy recording him and shit, and Ice Poseidon's like, "Get the fuck out of here! I'm gonna shoot you."
Kiki, are you getting this? I am getting this, Crazy Tembo. What?
And he
has
just
a
he
coconut
kept
camera.
chasing people around, bro.
He's got a coconut video recorder. We are going to send this back, and that is how we made the movie Who Killed Captain Alex.
You do not want to fuck with me.
You do not understand what I am capable of. I am the president of Liberia. Bitch ass motherfucker.
But he was a fucking menace, man. He had to flee the country for a while because I guess he was in trouble. Then he came back, and it was all good. And if you know who Charlie Zelenoff is, he was chasing this motherfucker around in the streets and beating his ass. But like he caught him walking one day. He's like, "Charlie, Charlie," and he's screaming at him down the fucking street.
Do not
And
run
he's-
from me.
Bro, he
Do not
stole his
retreat.
shoes. He had the camera guy beating his ass with him. They were fucking getting this guy out, and I'm like, "You're committing a crime."
Matumbe,
on
get your
camera,
licks
dumb
in
fuck."
now.
Get your licks in now, Ubuntu. Go ahead. No, make sure you take his shoes.
This
Do not
is your
forget
time
his
to
shoes.
become a man.
Oh, look at the sandals he had. We will each take one.
We go to Wakanda after. I
We
show
will
you
each-
our promised land.
He's like, they like go back to like a house that's made entirely out of like milk crates, and the shoes are mounted on the wall. As
Yeah,
you
like
can
the
see,
trophies. Yeah.
as you can
Oh, I thought
see.
you were gonna say the house would be made of Timberlands. That was way off.
No, I don't think that they haven't gotten that yet in Africa. But yeah, the shoes are mounted on the wall. So as you can see from my many conquests of doing battle on the internet, that I have gotten from the most beloved of African films, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
And he's got like 40 shelves on the wall, but only one pair of shoes on the shelf. And it's just a dirty old pair of Air Jordans.
I am going to collect. I took those from Jack Doherty.
Yeah,
The
the
little
shoes of my
blue
enemies. That
Why,
have been
One time, Speed came to my village, and I took his shoes. Got away from his security.
It's just he has like his Twitter. The only people he follows are people he intends to defeat.
It's his to-do list.
Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Jimmy will not build that well here. You will
And
not
that
do
is
that
really
here,
who
Jimmy.
he was. That was his
To
whole
bring
quest.
clean water to me.
He loved finding anybody, and he just wanted the hype. He would show up, and I miss
Only
that
true.
about Crazy Tempo. Tempo, I know you're done with all that shit. You had a kid, and you've kind of hung it up, but I hope you enter one of these fights. I want you to do what Sam Hyde did. I want you to do what Harley did. Do what Gypsy Crusader did, and go beat a black dude's ass on camera, and then
Louis
say
J.
that
Gomez
white is right.
versus Crazy Tempo.
I want Gypsy Crusader at Skankfest. I think that'd be so fucking good. So many people would get mad to see him being like, "Yeah, fuck you. Fuck you, you black bastard." He'd just be walking around reliving the Liam Neeson moment to everybody. "I'll whoop your ass in the fucking ring right now."
Or the
and he looked
or the
coked
Mark
out during the
Wahlberg,
fight.
Mark Wahlberg moment.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, you know, I don't know. I always imagine there's a lot of Asians at Skankfest.
Back when he was Marky Mark, I get you, dude. We're winding the clocks back real fucking.
Yeah, before I say that I could have stopped 9/11, I'm gonna try and DI an Asian man.
Oh my god. There's only one Asian man you could do that to. And that's Bobby Lee, because he didn't show up to Skankfest.
I can't
sacrifice him.
I can't believe they never got Tom Myers at Skankfest.
I think they did.
No way.
Not this one, but I think in a previous one. I could be wrong.
Did Tom actually show? Because I haven't seen that set. A Gay and Racist Show episode would just be watching Tom Myers at Skankfest.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever gone to a skank?
No.
Not yet.
You totally should. You're the right people for skank.
We will go there when we finally get the world's smallest booth. If we get the smallest stage possible.
Half a picnic table, yeah.
Half a picnic table directly next to Ian Fidance, and we'll show up to Skankfest.
Hey, what are you guys doing over there?
What's going on, man? You guys are gay too?
Dude, he always dresses so dapper. You should have seen him walking through the streets. It was funny just watching him on fucking down in the French Quarter.
What's up? I'm dressed to be gay. Where's everybody at, man?
He was doing that strut you see a character do, like in the old school PlayStation 1 RPGs, like the arms up, like handlebar arm type shit.
I just assume Ian only does like the John Lennon meme walk.
Me too.
You know?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
It's kind of like a foot under the bathroom stall, you know. Let everybody know I'm gay, just in case they didn't know.
The motherfucker's doing Abbey Road whenever he's walking. It's cool.
No, it'd be cool to go to a skank festival. Like, yeah, what we really want to do is one of these days, like, do an actual Gay and Racist live tour. Like, be successful enough to where we can just do this shit in the smallest, shittiest venues of all time.
Well, I mean, I don't think that's too far out of the question. This is going to sound corny as fuck, but that depends on you calling a bunch of places that you'd want to travel to and being like, hey, would you want to have us? And I'm sure you'd get a lot more yeses than you expect, because all the old talent's dead, dude. That's the thing that people don't realize. When we were in our 20s and shit, yeah, there were still a lot of really good cats out there doing the shit. Now they're all gone. They need new people to come in, fill the void, and they'd give you a chance. It's not like Kill Tony's the only way in. There's people living in fucking tents, thinking that's the only way that they can do comedy.
Oh, they won't let us on. They won't let us on Kill Tony. I've already asked, and I was like, yeah. So our pitch is it's 1 minute, and we're gonna pretend we're in Kane and Lynch too, and we're gonna dress like Kane and Lynch. You guys in? And they never replied. I don't know why.
Oh man.
I don't know why.
I think that'd be good.
Yeah. That's what I said. I thought it'd be a great idea. I'm just gonna fire the gun around Tony Hinchcliffe. I'm not gonna.
I can aim really good. Okay. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna shoot around Tony Hinchcliffe. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna actually take
the bullet.
I'm not gonna take the golden pony to the glue factory, guys, as he insists he's called. No. It's a performance. Yeah, I don't know why they just don't think that's funny. And then every time Tony tries to talk after we do the set, which will obviously kill, I'm gonna fire the gun into the mic.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be chill. It's not illegal, and it's chill. I keep stressing how chill it would be. But, yeah.
Just bring props like Carrot Top, have sound effects and shit. That'll be fun.
Well, dude, they're gonna try to take your bullhorn away, and you're gonna have to wrestle it away from David Lucas.
Oh, dude, David, that guy's a fucking.
Stop
he's a
thinking.
balloon. He's a balloon.
Stop
You just pop him.
Thinking. You're thinking too much, David.
You know what? I like David more than Lemaire right now.
Damn, dude, yeah, Lemise, dude, he's been getting some hot water.
Dude, why is everyone mad at Lemise? Doesn't he just
he's
sit
talking
there?
shit, dude.
Who's he mad at?
He's mad at everybody, apparently. He thinks all of New York sucks.
He's putting the whole system on trial, bro. He's fighting bullets on Twitter. He's fighting everybody.
Come on. Dude, you would never see that.
Being friendly with him again.
You would never see that kind of behavior coming out of the guard dog, dude.
Guard Dog keeps his head down, dude. The superstar? Nah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. He knows where his bread's butter. What's going on with Lemise, dude? Don't do that.
And not to like veer too much off, but I did want to throw this out before I forget about it, because I know my high ass will. If
It's all
you
good,
guys, I don't know if this would be beneath you guys, but last year I volunteered. Volunteer submissions are still open. If your main hang-up is you just don't want to pay for tickets, then all you got to do is figure out a way to get there, and you can go volunteer and have one of the best experiences of your fucking life. You get to meet all these people on a more intimate level. And that's just how I'm gonna pitch it, because I've told a lot of people, if you like this shit and you want to be at Skank, that's probably the best way to do it. I've already been approved. Like, I don't want to shoot my own self in the foot. Like, I don't want to be cocky and arrogant about it. Like, oh, I'm definitely, it's not all about me. It's not my Skank Fest. But I've been lucky enough to be reaccepted as a volunteer. Like, they sent me the
Oh, very good, dude.
Yeah, so like, if you guys wanted to do something like that, I'd love fucking hanging out with you guys there, because it's not insane.
Do a little slave labor for Lewis together.
Dude, it was so cool. I mean, they were hella chill. They fed us. It wasn't insane. I mean,
You have to bust your ass, but what was the actual stuff you had to do?
So, because I'm a retard, and when I like people and they treat me good, I give them 110%. I chose to never take my shirt off, work 18-hour shifts like the actual staff did, and I got a lot of benefit out of that. But for most people, most normal people who don't want to go full retard, because you never go full retard, you remember? And you only have to work like a 6 to 8 hour shift. And some people would only get mornings, which would mean they'd have the entire night to go do whatever the fuck they wanted. It's very chill and laid back. Nobody ever made me feel like I wasn't doing enough. And I got to meet everybody that I wanted to meet. I've shared all these stories on previous episodes, but I was backstage for Chubby Behemoth when Sam and Nathan were doing the fucking pod, and they had Butterly come on. Like, I was backstage with Butterly. It was fucking cool that I got to be in all these different spots with people, and you guys could do that too if you need a voucher or anything. I've told plenty of people, like, I don't have to know you all the way back to the end of time. Sometimes that's like a disqualifier for people. I don't really care about all that shit, time served is time served. Who you are now, if you're cool to me, I'm cool to you. I don't really care about other people's beefs or bullshit. If people want to fucking reveal, like, that you're a pedo or something, then I'm like, uh-oh, well, you were on the island. I don't know if I can like you anymore. But aside from that, I don't really give a fuck about what people do or what people say. Everything should be funny. That's the Patrice in me. It's all eligible to be joked about. Just because it's not funny to you doesn't mean that somebody won't find it funny. There's levels to funny. Don't think that you own funny. You don't get to tell people how much something can be funny or what's off limits. Sure, there's times and places and blah, 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 but dude, even people in fucking war, when they're about to die, they make jokes. So I don't know, man. Like, I'm kind of rambling man right now, but I think you guys are picking up what I'm putting down.
I mean, I would consider volunteering.
Yeah, if one of us goes, I'll go.
Yeah.
You guys, I'll send you the fucking application form, because it's still open, and I know that they would like help, because there were people that bailed out. There were people on the last couple of days who they didn't even show up for their shifts. They just wanted to be dickheads and blend in with the crowd. They were like, oh, they'll forget who I am. They won't remember.
Yeah.
And yeah, they were just fucking doing their own thing. But like, they missed out by doing that. By going and being a fucking fan, they didn't get to talk to Shane. They didn't get to talk to Mullen. They didn't get to talk to Hinchcliffe. They didn't get to fucking hang out with these dudes and actually spend some time with them. And this sucks for you. Like,
I've got nothing to say to Nick Mullen besides, hey, thanks for giving me jokes to steal for the Gay and Racist show.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks for giving me the blueprint, which is just do a racist voice if you don't know what to do.
Yeah, appreciate that, Nick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he's everybody's fucking the arbiter, if anybody wants to call it. Like, he's the arbiter of funny right now. I think he's the best alive. He's my George Carlin. I told him that when I met him.
I thought you were gonna say he's your George Floyd. That was gonna be a weird.
That would have been. Is that what Mullen said back to you when he was like, "Hey, you're my George Carlin"? Was he like, "I was really hoping I'd be your George Floyd"?
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been perfect.
Yeah.
No, I was pretty disarmed because we had I'm not like super serious, but you know, I'm funny in a different kind of way. I know that. I don't like to force jokes and shit. I know I'll just say something, and because of how I say it, people will laugh like, this motherfucker. And him and I just kind of had one of those dialogues where I was lucky enough that he kept coming back to talk to me at different parts of Skankfest. Him and his girlfriend came over at one point and surprised me.
Is his girlfriend Asian?
Scuff Realtor. No, she is white.
Oh.
She is white, and she
Oh,
is
you
hella cool.
$5, mint.
Yeah.
She is hella cool. Shout out to her, man. I forget her name, but I had to escort her to the bathroom because people were being weird to her, and nobody else wanted to do it for some reason. And I was like,
Oh, no, come on, doggy. She'll live or die by her own means. The Skankfest is it's a trial by fire. Harrington, are you not enforcing the warrior culture of Skankfest? Because it applies to bitches, too. Doggy.
you actually do a really good Lewis.
Yeah,
I don't-
the
I'm sure
Skankfest is a demilitarized zone. So,
It
Welcome to Skank Sans Frontiers. I'm going to need everybody to plant their roots in me.
You got to be careful when you go in there because it's no holds barred.
Zach Miko as the world's fattest revolver ocelot.
yeah, nice.
I mean, he got his butthole painted at Skankfest. Shout out to the chick that did that.
Fucking yeah. I mean, like all those guys. Like it all sounds good. It's we're my man here. He's got the babby, and it's a 2-man operation. It's getting one half of the Gay and Racist show. What I always tell people, if it's just one of us, it's just the gay show. It doesn't matter which one.
Just the racist show.
No. You need both of us for it to be racist. You need both of us there. Yeah.
Oh.
So if there's a way we can make it work for both of us, yeah, I could absolutely see that as a possibility.
Damn. Yeah. Shit. Yeah, that'd be tight.
You guys are doing your show tonight, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to hold you up too long. You've given me close to 2 hours, so if you want to fucking wrap it up, because I want to come hang out and watch you guys.
It'll be a good time. I prepared. We take turns usually, or it depends on what each one's schedule looks like for prep. And this one I prepped, and it's just there will only be 3 topics discussed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Do you know Patrick Tomlinson at all? Did you watch any of that stuff? Or
Are you
know him?
Pat? Are you Pat competent? Would you say? Are you Tomlinson competent?
No, so you guys will get to pop my cherry tonight. And tell me all the
dude.
things.
Oh,
It'll be very, very
dude.
nice.
You will. All I'll say, you will enjoy Prison Stalker Child.
Yeah.
Oh. Will I now?
Oh, dude, we all will. Trust
Yeah.
me.
All the stalker children, dude.
Oh, the Stalker Children. Dude, what? This is the last
I'm
note I'll
excited.
leave it on. Dude, can you believe that Jim won't cover Pat? Like, not just Jim, but like nobody. What is it? Us and Jersh are the only people who do Pat updates.
It blows my mind, yeah, because
It's
to me,
crazy.
he's so funny.
He's the best.
Just real quick primer on Pat, dude, before, if you end up watching later. He is just some fucking guy on Twitter. Like, he's like this lib sci-fi writer guy. And he's like a reply guy, like he gets a lot of like updoots and shit from like talking shit about Trump or whatever.
Yeah.
Just like standard
Basic
Twitter
shit.
bullshit. But there's a caveat, which is back in the day, he tweeted that he did not think Norm was funny.
In September.
He pulled a Lorne.
Oh yeah, on
10th.
September 11th. Yeah.
No, yeah, you're right. September
No.
11th in 2018, Patrick Sean Tomlinson at Stealthy Geek on Twitter X, the Everything app, said, "Hot take, I don't think Norm was funny." And then the world's legion of drunk uncles on disability, the ONA forums guy, shout out the pest dude, always.
Yeah.
The brother men. where one of them was like, "Yeah, I just saw this fat fucking retard on Twitter, bro, say he didn't think Norm was funny."
Yo, let's go on his Twitter and call him fat, bro.
His Twitter, bro. I just got my disability check, bro. I'm gonna fucking tweet at him. He's fat and retarded. That has not stopped since September 11th, 2018. Every single time you tweet at Patrick Tomlinson, "Hey, you're fat," or "You're gay," or this or that, he will reply to you, "Wrong in every detail as always, stalker child. Enjoy prison." Every single day. On his birthday.
Thinks it's like the coordinated cyber attack. Like he thinks that like he's being gang stalked by like Nazis online, but it's just Opie and Anthony guys and like some Kiwi Farms guys.
And us.
And us, yeah.
We're just like he has tried to sue people unsuccessfully. He's trying to sue the city of Milwaukee after he swatted himself. It never stops, dude. It never stops.
Every day, every single day.
He's doing it right now.
He was saying, on Christmas, on his birthday. Yeah, I have post notifications for him, and every time I open Twitter, he's got new posts. Like he's always replying to people. This is why your life is already over, stalker.
Yeah,
Enjoy
and
prison.
he's this fat. Oh yeah, 39 minutes ago. 39 minutes ago, you chose to end your life doing this, stalker. Enjoy prison. 39 minutes ago, you died doing this, stalker. This is how you've chosen to end your life. Enjoy prison. He's doing it.
I think I'm gonna enjoy tonight. This is what I mean. These are the kind of people that you have to bring into the light. You know what? That old saying, step into the light, dude, and be judged. Show these people, don't become this. Don't.
Even on a simpler
Enjoy
level than that, he's such a ridiculous man.
He spends all day replying to people that enjoy prison. Like,
am I enjoying prison? I'm going to jail for saying you're gay.
God.
Stalker child. He's like this big fat dude, right? Like he's this big fat theatrical dude. So you hear him talk. He's got this like Shatner cadence. So it's not even just like because he's from Milwaukee.
Prison.
Yeah, it's just like, "Oh, child, this is why you're."
Stardate,
Mick does the better Pat voice, dude. Break off a little Pat. Just speak a little Tomlinson for him, dude.
Shut your fucking mouth, stalker. And your communications shall cease heretofore in perpetuity. Enjoy prison.
Yeah, he's that. It doesn't make sense, but he keeps it going. And what makes it even better is because I know we gotta get to it, because he is this lib guy. You know, he's like a classic like Gen X Dem. When people fuck with him, they'll like make post under his name or whatever, and it's so obviously not him. There's this like black lady who really believes, she actually believes he is this crazy, hateful neo-Nazi saying all this insane shit when it's just people fucking around and like pretending to be Pat,
using his name for stuff and like calling her the N-word, you know?
Yeah, and this lady totally thinks it's real, and he's tried to explain to her on Twitter that it's these guys from the O&A forums, but because that story is so ridiculous, she's just like, no one ever gonna believe that. That's a lie, Patrick. You fat.
Oh, okay. A forum from a radio show from 20 years ago. All right.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Who will believe that? Well, that's really what happened. So he lives in like a haunted house.
Yeah, it's great.
It's so funny.
Always something with that.
Always something.
Yeah,
shit.
Yeah,
No,
I think that's.
I appreciate you, motherfuckers. Oh my
Yeah, thanks for having us on, dude. This
was great, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, I like hearing that. I had a good time with you guys too, and we'll definitely do it again soon.
Oh yeah.
If you ever want me on Gay and Racist Show, you know I'll stop in anytime.
Of course.
I've got time for you guys.
Yeah,
You got a new ally out on the front. That's for damn sure. Do you want to plug anything else before we go, like your social media or anything?
Yeah, just look up the Gay and Racist Show on YouTube. You should find it, I hope. It's a little tough to find sometimes. I guess we're on Twitter. I don't really post a lot. I usually just post about the show. or
Yeah.
reply to Jeff Dye sometimes.
Sometimes,
Uh, Yeah, but yeah, Gay and Racist Show on Rumble and YouTube. You can find us everywhere.
Yeah, it's if anybody ever needs to get at us, you just DM the Twitter. One of us will pick up the phone, and do a little business.
If you're
and
a Discord guy, join the Discord.
Yeah, join the Discord, which you'd think. You guys would think that'd just be full of gay sex, but nope, it's just gaming.
Yeah, we it's just them playing Final Fantasy 14.
Yep, or Dark Tide. And
emphasis on the gay part.
Emphasis on the gay, and hey, just only one LGBTQIAP+ person in the Gay and Racist Show Discord at a time. That's the only rule.
We already have one chick, so that's...
Yeah, there's already one, so that's, you have to dethrone that person to be the one gay person, because I know how they operate. I don't want to see the word...
It's sort of a Highlander situation.
It's absolutely a Highlander situation. I'm not going to have a bunch of you motherfuckers in there using the word puppy as an adjective, all right? One at a time.
Yeah.
All right.
So, it's just business.
Yeah. Thank you so much for stopping in, and we will see you next week, everybody. Take it easy.
Bye.